Reverend Neville and I were good friends. He's a little older than me, but we had a lot of common interests. We studied music, studied voice under the same teacher, Douglas Denise. We had a lot of things that we did together, but I really got to know him well around 1982, when the two of us were speaking together at a camp, student camp of the Focus organization, and I realized that this man is a good man. It is said about Barnabas that he was a good man. It is said about Nathaniel that here's a person in whom there is no guile. What a need we have for that in Sri Lanka today. Sadly, it's very rare. Very often you can't believe what somebody is saying. And you wonder, what is his inner motive in saying this? A lot of people are inside angry and they end up hurting others. Neville showed us that you can be a good person and continue to serve God long term. And I think it's very sad. God is great. We can trust Him and be open and be truthful and honorable. And such people can be trusted. And Neville was such a person. Around 1992, a group of us got together and said, we better start a seminary in Colombo. And it was a group, we used to meet once a month for maybe 2 years. We used to meet to pray, to discuss, to talk. And Neville was the leader of the group. He was the chairman, unofficial chairman of the group. And then the time came when it was ripe for us to launch out. And it was very important for us to find the right principal. Because who is going to send their people to study in a place that they can't trust? We needed a man or a woman who was trustworthy. Someone who can lead and the people won't be afraid to send their people to this school. And we realized Neville is that person. And we are so grateful for what was then the Dutch Reformed Church for seconding him to CTS, and we were able to get the school going. The first 2 years of a school are sometimes the hardest. That is when an ethos is framed and established. And that was Neville's great contribution to our seminary. He helped give us an ethos which I believe we are still following as a seminary. There were a lot of problems, but Neville had a way of facing problems in a godly manner. Godliness was primary to his life. I took over when he left as interim principal for 1 year. And my work was so much easier because the ethos was in place. And I had freedom to work and to build on the foundation that God had built through Neville. CTS is grateful for our founding principle. I think I want to close by appealing that we consider being good people worthwhile. Without deceit, like Nathaniel. Let's boldly follow that path that Neville followed. It may be costly. Sometimes we may look foolish. Others may exploit us. But in the end, we'll discover that those who follow God's ways are wise people. They have made a lasting impact on earth, and they will receive an eternal reward in heaven. I thank God for the life of Reverend Neville Koch.